If you're a woman with a business and have ever thought, how should I structure my business so that it fits my lifestyle? Well, this is the series for you. I'm Suzanne Alakosh, and welcome to Your Growtharmonic Biz. Your business, your way. This is the first episode in a new series here at Growtharmony, where we interview women business owners doing heart-led work. Healers, teachers, coaches, caregivers, to you that are taking care of the environment. We really want to highlight the wide variety of business models out there, inspire you and see what's possible, to give you ideas to use in your own business, and to dispel the myth that there's a right way of doing business or a specific strategy that you should be following. Today, I am joined by Liz Cobb, mom and entrepreneur. Liz, I'm so excited that you're here as our first guest. Yay! So please introduce yourself and share your journey of mom entrepreneurship so far.
Hi, Suzanne. Thank you. I just want to say I'm so honored to be here and your first guest. I just feel like we chatted so much and it's just so great to finally be here and sharing. So thank you for having me very much. Yes, so I am a mama to 3 little kiddos, 9, 7, and 3. They're active. They love to go. And I am a happiness coach and a hypnotist for moms. So my heart goes out to those moms that are stressed, overwhelmed. They're in it. They got the little ones. They're just getting by day, and they're just want something more. So my heart goes out to them. And kind of what led me to that was that I was in a very dark place a few years ago where I was just stressed, overwhelmed as a mom. I was dealing with depression, anxiety. I just felt like the weight of the world on me, and I just didn't know what to do. And I didn't have a support system because I was so focused on taking care of my kids, being there for my husband, and all those different things that I had become isolated. So that kind of began my journey of really personal development and really finding, okay, what can I do to support myself? Because prior to that, it was always looking outside externally for like, okay, maybe if I go do this, maybe if I go try that exercise class or that or this, that then somehow everything will be okay and things will flow better. And so I learned how so much starts internally. And then as I dived into learning about how the brain works and mindset and the way we speak to ourselves, because that was a big one. I used to beat myself up in my head all day long. I'd be like, oh no, I screwed that up with the kids. I snapped, or I yelled, or I didn't respond with love and kindness. So then I would feel this guilt and this shame, which then just caused like more of a spiral downward. So when I came across hypnosis and how you can use that to retrain your brain to think and feel a different way, and basically embody this new identity of like shedding the identity of a stressed, exhausted, burned out mama to one who's happy and present and loving, and one who actually takes care of herself. Because that was a big piece for me, was the self-care. Because I grew up believing, was taught that, you take care of everyone else first. That's what makes you a good mom, a good person. It's basically sacrificing yourself. And on my journey, I realized how much that no, self-care is actually not only good for me, but then I show up as a better version of myself. And then I actually have all this love to pour into other people versus just being like, stop asking me for one more drink, or snapping and being irritable. So that's what I love bringing to moms, is that aspect, the self-care, the mindset, but then also how to get their brain on board, because that was something I experienced, was all this resistance. So I was like, okay, I want to be different, but it feels so hard. And that's where hypnosis really tied in to remove that resistance and help my brain realize that, no, it's safe for me to be calm and to not always be in survival mode and fight mode or stress. So yeah, that's a bit about what I do and how I help moms.
Thank you so much for sharing, because I think that resonates with so many of us, and the challenges we go through and the self-talk, and how amazing that you found this tool, this hypnosis. And let me hear a little bit more about that too. It's fantastic and inspiring. So thank you for sharing that. So our next question is about your actual business, how it's structured, kind of what are your business lines or income streams, however you want to call it. And then please share a current offer that you have with our viewers.
Oh, yes. Thank you for asking. So I work in different ways with some moms. One of them is I have a 4-month program. It's called Mama Revitalize, and that's where I just break down basically the process that took me years to figure out how to like have a healthy life and actually feel joy and passion. So, and that combines everything from getting clear on their values to the mindset, the self-talk. And then of course I love hypnosis. So I bring in hypnosis and retraining the brain. We dive into self-care, and really kind of tapping back into what do you enjoy as a mom? Like when you're not a mom, as a person, as an individual, as a woman. And then also with relationships and like boundaries and different things you need for yourself and your own well-being. So that's one way I work with different moms. And then another one is I just do customized hypnosis packages. So if a client wants to come to me for whether it's self-confidence or better sleep or anxiety or public speaking, I mean, it just goes on and on, the variety. So then I work with them through a series of just more focused hypnosis packages with that. And then of course, different clients that aren't quite ready for a complete package, then I do like single sessions also just to support them and give them a little bit flavor so they can experience what hypnosis is. So those are my main ways right now that I work with different mamas and different people. So
That's great. I love how you distilled all of your learnings and your process into 4 months. What a gift, that other moms don't have to go through all that trial and error, that you found a process that works that you can support them through. So that's really beautiful. And then, yeah, having, the hypnosis for different issues or just one-off sessions too. I love how you have a variety of things that you offer and in different time lengths and time frames. So beautiful. Hopefully that inspires a lot of moms to think that, okay, I don't have to just do it one long program, or I don't just have to do one-offs all the time. Combinations are totally possible.
Yes, and being creative and letting your own creative juices flow, because that was a big piece for me. Was like I followed so many different business coaches, and you have ones that say you got to do the group membership, or you got to have a package, or it's got to be this long. So figuring out what works for you and what lights you up is a big thing. So like to kind of, okay, you can learn all the strategy and everything, but at the end of the day, like what feels good to you and lights up your soul. And then that's where I find the sweet spot and the joy. So
that's really beautiful, which takes us into our next question then. So a little bit more specifically, how does your business reflect your strengths, and how does it fit into the bigger picture of your lifestyle and your 3 kids?
Yes, great question. So yes, my strengths is I just love helping people and I love learning. So a big piece of that is I just love learning and then sharing it with other people and also real life experience. Because I realize like there's only so much you can learn in a book. It's actually the people that are in the trenches applying and be like, oh, that doesn't quite work, or this does work. So yes, I love sharing that. I'm very heart-centered. So I like getting to know people, having that one-on-one connection. So that's where my focus is right now versus just sending, you pay and then you get a program and then you do it on yourself. Because I found through my journey, like accountability and support has been huge for me to make the progress and the growth. So I want to reciprocate that to other moms and people. So that's very big. And then as far as like the business into my life, it took me a little bit to kind of let go, because when I first started, I was like, okay, I'm either going to be like, have to all work on my business, and then I'm going to be a horrible mom and neglect my kids and the house and everything, or I'm going to be full into my kids and this business is just going to be this idea that's never actually going to come into fruition and be a reality. So a lot of it was me just being creative and learning, okay, where can I find the pockets of time? So maybe it's early in the morning, or I tend to be a bit of a night owl. So right now, my time that I really like have that focused energy for different things is at night when the kids are in bed. And then I've been very blessed and fortunate that I have some childcare. So like for different coaching calls and different things, I'm able to have someone watch my kids, and then I can meet with clients and whatnot. And then really just being creative, during the day and intentionally deciding ahead, okay, if the kids are occupied with a craft or playing Legos or something, like, do I want to spend that time with them, or do I want to take part of that chunk of time, a half hour, an hour, and go focus on my business, and seeing where I can find those pockets of time. And then just deciding ahead of time, because that was a big one for me, was like, if I was working on my business and I felt a little guilty, but then when I see, okay, this is helping my business, it's helping my family. And then just deciding, okay, when is my time I'm going to focus with the kids? And then when is the pockets of time that I'm going to focus on my business? And it's okay that I can do that and do both. So that's a bit of how I make it work with my life and my schedule. And I'm a single mom too, so I add in that dynamic. And I also, reach out to families sometimes and be like, hey, I got a last minute appointment come up. Could somebody help out with the kids? So that's another big one, is reaching out to support, whether it's family or friends and whatnot, just to help a bit with the kiddos, because you don't have to do it alone. And that's something that I had to let go of, was like, I had to do it all myself, or one area would suffer. So
You really got it dialed in. It's so beautiful to hear, because I teach a lot of these same concepts to moms, and delegating, or as you were saying, asking for support and with childcare. And you mentioned planning and scheduling. That does a lot. I mean, you know a lot about the brain too. That does a lot for us to help get things, in order and get us prepped for what's coming. And just talking about, letting go of certain things, just it really sounds like over the years you've picked up a lot of tools and also implemented them and got in the right mindset to be able to implement them. So yay, I love it. I love hearing how you've put everything together and found that harmony in your life. Okay, so as we wrap up here, how can people connect with you, Liz, and learn more about what you do?
Oh, yes, I would love that. So my main two platforms right now are Instagram. I'm at Mama Following Her Joy. And then the other place I'm at right now is Facebook. So it's just elizabeth.cobb.96. So those are two places people can connect. And yeah, I would love to connect and meet them and see how I can support them. So
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, and wish you all the best with your projects. And maybe we'll chat a little bit offline too about
yes, no, thank you
different
for what you do.
ideas.
I
Yeah.
think this is such a gift to moms, because when you're, well, at least for me, when I was first learning, like, you meet these people, these business coaches that either, they have full-time nanny or they don't have kids. So then for you to be able to offer this opportunity where it's like, no, like, it's a possibility. And if your heart wants it, like, there's so many different creative ways. So no, thank you for busting the myth that business has to look a certain way, and really inspiring moms everywhere to really follow their heart and see what's possible. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Liz. And we will chat soon. And thank you to all of you watching. We will be back with another episode, and you'll learn about other moms too, and see how they're putting their businesses together in a way that fits their growth and their own harmony. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. Hold on. I got to put it back on speaker view. No, I don't. And you can say, and you're watching the Growtharmony channel. Is that cheesy? Sorry, that was the awkward pause for cutting, but that was fantastic.